Let's cover the last team here in the AFC West. It's the Denver Broncos. They need a linebacker, a corner, an offensive lineman. Their first pick comes at pick 64 after acquiring Russell Wilson. They pick 64, 75, 96, so on and so forth. Aaron, please start us off here for the Denver Broncos.
You always catch me off guard. To me, for the Denver Broncos, there's so many things I still think they need, but we love what those offensive weapons are. We love the Russell Wilson edition. We know they got Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. So I wanted to go on the other side. They went defensive back last year early, obviously getting Patrick Surtain. I think this year they're going to focus again on that back end. For me, it's in the second round, and it's Alabama once again, and it's Mr. Josh Jobe. That's right. Josh Jobe. This guy is rangy. He can play in multiple schemes. I really like what he brings to the table. You're talking about a guy who's physical. He has good body control. He's very handsy with receivers. He likes to get in people's faces. He has great recovery speed, and he's aggressive. If you're trying to play him against these twitchier wide receivers, they might get him. Don't put him on Tyreek Hill, guys like that, because sometimes he gets really aggressive. He bites on first moves, and he can be overly aggressive. But I really like what he brings to the table. When you play in an Alabama defense, obviously you have a head coach that preaches defense, that knows how to translate to the NFL. 2 interceptions last year, 4 pass breakups. Again, I think he can be a guy, can come in and be a solid contributor. He's a boundary guy. You're not going to bring him in on the slot. He's going to get beat. Press cover or press man cover one, stuff like that. Again, my player comp, I'll give you my player comp. PJ Williams for the Saints, who's, he's struggled to be an elite guy, but he's been on the Saints for a while. He plays. He's a solid contributor. He started 31 games for them out of 78 he's played. That's the kind of guy I think you're going to get with Josh Jobe, and I think you can get that in the second round.
I think you're just secretly an Alabama fan is what it's coming down to. That's the second Alabama player you've picked for the AFC West. So I'll go with that. My guy comes to the second round at pick 64. It's Leo Chenal, the linebacker out of Wisconsin. This guy is like, I hear everyone saying that it's a sleeper pick, but at what point do sleeper picks not become a sleeper pick if everyone's talking about him? That's what Leo Chenal is doing from Wisconsin. He's an athletically gifted linebacker. He's not great at covering, but he can get off blocks great. He's got lots of potential. He has the 3rd most pressures from the linebacker position in the Big Ten since 2020. Again, he's the sleeper darling of everybody. He's athletically gifted. I don't want to say the Micah Parsons comment because I don't want to compare every athletic linebacker to Micah Parsons, but he's got that ability just to be quick off the edge. He's able to sack the quarterback. He's able to get there, be a run stopper. Coverage, not so great. You're picking him in the second round, third round type of guy right there. Denver desperately needs linebackers. Go get you a Leo Chenal out of Wisconsin.
Like the defensive prowess from both of you guys, as I told you earlier, I was on that offensive line kick, so that's how we're going to finish out here. And who are we talking about? Denver did great by grabbing Russell Wilson, getting a quarterback finally. But what was Russell Wilson's biggest deal in Seattle? There was no offensive line. And I think that they want to address that. I didn't do it right up front. I didn't get the first thing, but coming in on the back end of the 3rd round, pick 96, I'm going with Ed Ingram out of LSU. Now, Ed Ingram, the guard, he's a big, powerful guy. They used to call him Big Nasty for things like that. Just goes and loves to put his hands on people and get really physical. Now, the reason that I have him in the 3rd round is because in 2021, he was a little inconsistent. He took a lot of plays off here and there, and I'm starting to just realize a lot of the players that were on this 2021 team and LSU was kind of checked out. I don't know if it was because of Coach Ed O. I don't know if it's because so many of them were on that 2019 record-breaking team, and now they come down here to 2021 and nobody's really got it. There's not as much talent, so they took a lot of plays off, and a lot of players were questioned about the way they finished it out. But when you get him in there, I do believe that Ed Ingram has the ability, the power, the strength to not be a day one starter, but be a great developmental project and fit in on one of those lines, especially those lines that end up doing all that patchwork where they have to bring in guys just because of the injuries. He's not going to hurt you as much as he'll help you, but he's not going to be a solid all-around, ready-to-go day one type guy. But once you get him there, you'll be very happy with Ed Ingram from LSU.
There you go.
I like that one, AJ.
Yeah,
but I always got to give my one concern we never know about.
He's small.
there were some off the field concerns with him.
Yep.
There was a sexual assault allegation back in 2019. You never know how that's going to affect somebody's draft stock. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. But if he continues to fall, like you said, third, fourth, fifth round, you can get a player that could end up, being a contributor.